Well, hey everybody, Shabbat Shalom from the city of the great King. I wanted to talk to you today about renewing our life message. What do I mean by that? So many of us have thought patterns and labels, so to speak, the way that we see ourselves. And our labels are so big, almost as on our forehead, almost as if it's on our forehead, that people are reacting to those labels that we're wearing, and we need to pull them off. How do we find out who we are in the Lord Yeshua? By spending time in God's Word and encountering God. How do we encounter God? We ask God for an encounter. You've heard the expression, the hungry get fed. The more we want to drink of heaven, the more we want to receive of the Lord, the more we shall receive. We really need to come out of our old thought patterns, because you've heard the expression, no change, no change. If we don't change, there will be no change. And so in order for us to change, we need to make the decision that we want to change, and we want to have a new life message, so to speak. We have so many wrong and false interpretations of who we are and who others are. And there is so much junk that flies into our thoughts every day. And we have to decide that we're going to kick those thoughts out. You know, I talked about yesterday about falling into default when we're hungry, angry, lonely, or tired, when we're vulnerable. We fall into default. When we are not thinking godly things, we fall back onto wrong, false misinterpretations of who we are and who others are. And so we've got to renew our thought patterns. How do we do that? In staying in God's Word, in spending time in His presence. I've said it before, you've heard others say it, there's no shortcut to getting to know God. The only way is to be in His presence. And if you want to see your life transformed, you need to stay in the Word. That is for all of us. You know, we are sinful man. We may have a spirit, but if we don't choose to feed that spirit every day, the default is we're going to be feeding the flesh, right? We need to pull off the wrong labels, the lies, the falsities that we've been believing all of our lives. It's time. It's time for us to come up out of the gook, out of the yuck, out of the vomit, so to speak, the yucky, disgusting stuff that we have been stuck in, the lies. We need to come out of it. How? By learning who God is. And by learning who God is, we learn about His love for us, His never-ending love. And yes, His ultimate expression of love for us, of course, is Yeshua on the tree of sacrifice. How much does He love us? So much that He spread out His hands, you've heard it, and died for us. But He rose on the third day, according to the scriptures, proving that He is God. He triumphed over death on the cross, and as we hide ourselves in Him, we too will triumph in this world. We too are overcomers. Yeah, and when Yeshua said, take up your cross daily and follow me, He didn't mean neglect yourself. He meant don't be self-centered. Don't be thinking only about yourself. He meant follow me, but we do need to take care of ourselves. And I've always said the way you can tell people need more healing, which would be all of us, especially people, though, who are so self-consumed. I think that's a great sign that they don't have any healing, because we were called to love, but we can't love others unless we love ourselves. How do we love ourselves? We learn about the love of God for us, the love that He so selflessly poured out for us on the tree of sacrifice. Let's change our life message. Get people around you. Get people around you who are healthy people, who are also on the road to recovery, who are in a process of maturing into the image of Yeshua, the Christ, the risen one, the anointed one. God bless you from the city of the great King. Think on these things. Bye for now.